On today's What Do We Do podcast, we're answering the big question. What type of millionaire are you now? Or if you're not one, what type of millionaire do you want to be? And who knows, you might even be one now and you don't even know it. Yes, you heard me right. You might even be one now and you don't even know it. I believe there are 4 main categories of millionaires, each with its own strengths, drawbacks, and opportunities. So stay tuned because I'm going to break them all down and even give you a 90-day playbook to start stacking your millionaire status. It's going to be a great show, so hit the subscribe button, give us a follow, and let's go. Welcome back. This is season 6, episode 2 of the What Do We Do podcast. I'm your host, Dewey Stephan, and I'm also the CEO of Great Lakes Wealth. Well, thanks for joining us today. We're going to talk about the 4 types of millionaires that I believe are out there. And we're also going to figure out which one you are. And yes, stick with me because I bet many of you listening or watching are actually millionaires now, and you don't even know it. Okay, let's get into it. Here we go. Simply put, I believe there are 4 main categories of millionaires. So let's start by discussing them one by one. And you might want to write them down or put them on your vision board or even talk them over with friends and family too. First, and this is my favorite, is the virtual millionaire. I also call this the Paycheck Millionaire. All right, so hear me out. A virtual millionaire is someone whose annual earned income is $40,000 or more. So, no lie, if you make $40,000 per year or more in your job or career, well, to me, you're a virtual millionaire. What does that mean and how does it work? Well, first, $40,000 is the number I've come up with because that's the same as 4% in a bank on $1 million. And that's the going interest rate. So if you had a high yield savings account or money market and just lived off the interest only, you would potentially earn $40,000 per year in interest on your $1 million, which is the same as what's getting deposited into your bank account from your job each year. Got it? Makes sense? Of course it does. And the reason I call it a virtual millionaire is because you are really not a millionaire, but you are living the same as one if they couldn't or didn't touch their $1 million principal. But it is a start. So your paycheck is the first $1 million asset you have. It's the fuel that powers everything else. Now, when you recognize your income is a $1 million tool, maybe you'll start treating it and your future with the respect and planning it deserves. So being a paycheck or virtual millionaire won't help you retire anytime soon, but it is the foundation for everything else. And it's a fun way to tell your friends that you are indeed a virtual millionaire. Next up is the asset millionaire. To me, an asset millionaire is someone whose net worth is $1 million or more, but the majority of that wealth is tied up in non-liquid assets. The most common example here is your primary residence. For many people, their home is their first and largest piece of illiquid wealth. This also includes other hard assets like vacation properties, investment properties, land, maybe jewelry, or even other valuable collectibles. You could even count on your retirement plan from work in this category, especially if you're not yet 59 and a half years old. The asset millionaire has made it to wealthy status, but it's not easily accessible for daily spending or your expenses. All right, the third type of millionaire is the liquid millionaire. Now, with the liquid millionaire, we're starting to make things happen. If you have cash, marketable securities, or other liquid investments, and they total $1 million or more, you, my friend, are a liquid millionaire. This is the wealth that can be accessed and used for other investments, maybe large purchases, or even just to live on. And you don't need to sell your home or any of your other illiquid assets. Okay, the fourth and final type of millionaire to me is the granddaddy of them all, the cash flow millionaire. Now, this type of millionaire status is, to me, the ultimate goal. A cash flow millionaire is someone who has $1 million plus in passive income from their investments. And if that passive income can generate $40,000 or more per year, you are a cash flow millionaire. The source doesn't matter. It could be dividends from stocks, rent from real estate, royalties from a business, or interest even from bonds. This type of millionaire has achieved financial independence, where their income isn't tied to their time. This is the stage where you are no longer relying on your earned income, aka your virtual or paycheck million, but are instead living off the returns of your investments. Make sense? They say work smarter, not harder. Or said another way, have your money work for you so you don't have to work for your money. Hey, fast fact, the average true millionaire has 7 streams of income. How many do you have? Okay, so now that you know the 4 types of millionaires, let's try to get to multi-millionaire status. The journey to multi-millionaire status is a progression, and it will take time and effort, but the ultimate path and goal is to move from being a virtual millionaire to an asset millionaire, then to a liquid millionaire, and finally to the almighty cash flow millionaire. So how do we do it? Or said another way, what do we do? Well, first we go from virtual millionaire to asset millionaire. And how do we do that? Well, we're going to use the $40,000 in annual salary to get started. It might sound hard to go from a $40,000 per year job to a true, not virtual millionaire, but it's not. I'm sure you know this, but the hack is to save and to use a portion of your salary to save for and buy your first home. Yes, you can buy a house and then you're leveraging your earned income while you have a place to live. And you build an asset and yep, you're then an asset millionaire. And here's a pro tip to help even more. Once you buy that home, either get roommates to live with you, which their rent will help you build your wealth, or maybe look at buying a duplex, or 4-unit residence to be on your way even faster. Now, that's a booyah to ya. Okay, once you have that asset millionaire status, you can be on your way to becoming a liquid millionaire. With this leap, start using your earned income to aggressively invest. You're building your 401k, Roth IRA, your brokerage accounts, and of course, always start with 3 to 6 months of emergency savings. This approach is where your financial discipline truly starts to pay off. As you've heard me reference Albert Einstein many times before, compound interest is the 8th wonder of the world. And now, last but certainly not least, elevating from liquid millionaire status to the holy grail of cash flow millionaire. Now, once you've saved, invested, and compounded your way to a solid investment portfolio of $1 million plus in liquid assets, you're ready for cash flow status. So instead of letting your money just grow and having to deal with market moves, volatility, and the inevitable and unpredictable market declines and investment downturns, you can and you should de-risk some of your investments and begin to strategically move some of your liquid assets into cash flowing assets. And this is where you might want to consider a rental property, maybe a franchise, or even bonds or private credit investments. As I always say, every situation and every investor is different. So seek out a professional to help you assess and help you invest for your specific situation. And if you do the research, put in the time and effort, you can now potentially have an income stream that is separate from and above your 9 to 5 earned income. And yes, the average millionaire has 7, I said it earlier, 7 streams of income. And at Great Lakes Wealth and the What Do We Do podcast, we always say, who wants to be average? So let's get to 7 and then stack it to 10, or even what we call the perfect 11 streams of cash flow millionaire income. Well, I hope what you've seen and heard so far has made some sense, or maybe even dollars and cents. But I know what you're thinking. This sounds great, Dewey, but how do I get there? Well, here's what Dewey do. The journey isn't about one big thing. It's about a million little things. I want to give you 3 actionable ideas to consider over the next 90 days. And we'll call this your action plan. This should help you stay encouraged and focused on the journey. Okay, here we go. Number 1, mindset and education. Read at least 1 book a month on personal finance, biographies of successful investors, or business. Listen to podcasts, and audiobooks during your commute. Take an online course to learn a new skill. And maybe even challenge a limiting belief you have about money. Number 2, habits and discipline. Automate your savings and investments. Track every dollar you spend for 3 months. That's 90 days. Cook at home more often. Say no to things that don't align with your financial goals. Get 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Exercise regularly. Yes, of course, health is wealth. Number 3, income and investment. Why don't you negotiate a raise at your job? Start a side hustle. Maybe invest in yourself by learning a new skill. Or maybe research 1 new investment opportunity each week. And along the way, make sure to rebalance your portfolio every 90 days. So here's the bottom line. There's more than 1 type of millionaire. And in fact, I've categorized them into 4 types of millionaire status. And as I said at the top of the show, I suspect you might even be a virtual millionaire right now. But regardless, the smartest money move is to know which type you are today, and more importantly, which type you want to be tomorrow. Well, if this episode has got you thinking differently about wealth and making money moves, please do me a favor and like the video, share it with someone chasing millionaire status, and subscribe and follow for more. Okay, you can even drop a comment, maybe which type of millionaire you are today or which one you want to become tomorrow. With that, I want to thank you for tuning in, and as I always say, live your best life, be radically generous, a great big booyah to ya. And this has been Season 6, Episode 2 of the What Do We Do podcast, but we're just getting started.
opinions expressed in this program are for general information purposes only and are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual or any specific security. It's only intended to provide education about the financial industry. To determine which investments may be appropriate for you, consult your financial advisor prior to investing. Any past performance discussed during this program is no guarantee of future results. Any indices referenced for comparison are unmanaged and cannot be invested into directly. As always, please remember investing involves risks and possible loss of principal capital. Please seek advice from a licensed professional.